Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and BCP Poker Replays YouTube account. So if you choose to do so, you can go check out the action in some silence. With that being said, let's hop right on into the game today. We got 25k. Is this from Scoop 2018? Yes, it is Scoop 2018. 25k super high roller, super stack Final Table. Isildur with a couple of jacks. Gonna start things off with a raise. We got Limitless to their right, Romeo Pro, Raffle Shove, Huang, Sir Watts, Probris, Runif, and Wizzo Wizzo. 994 board goes check, bet, fold, and we're moving along. I see a queen and a 10 for Sir Watts off the big stack. We'll see if they go for the open. Put some pressure on these shorties. Let's just jam it all in. Raffle Shove with a suited ace in the small blind. Think we're just gonna fold. That they do. Ace and a king for Sir Watts, ace and a king for Runif. What else do we got going on? Huang with queen 8 suited, gonna be an easy fold. We'll see if Sir Watts goes for the 3-bet here. Being the big stack, they could put some pressure on Runif, but they go for the call, giving Limitless a chance to see the flop with 6-5 suited. 10-10-3 flop goes check. Runif checks. Sir Watts checks, 7 on the turn. No heart for Limitless, but he does pick up a straight draw to the 4. 6-5 or 4 for Limitless. Maybe a bet will get the job done too. Lead out the turn, Limitless. Do it now. Get these ace kings off the pot. Limitless says, no, I'm not. Not going to do that. Ace and a king for Runif will check. Sir Watts likely to check as well. 10 on the river. Don't think Limitless goes for a bluff ski here. It would have been fun to see on the turn. On the river, they're just done with the hand. Runif will check. Sir Watts will check. The ace kings chop the pot. How boring. King 10 off for Sir Watts. We'll see if they go for the open off the big stack. Into Isildur's big blind. They say, no, I'm not going to. Ace queen for Huang for about 15 blinds. We'll shove it all in and get it on through. Ace 4 suited for Huang, Probers with King 10 suited. The King 10 suited opens it on up, so the Ace 4 hits the muck. Ace Jack for Limitless, could stick it all in. That they do. Probers getting a fairish price, 700k into 1.8 mil. Probers does find the call, King High board. No Ace or Jack for Limitless, and we're going to quickly lose them in 9th. Probers winning about a 60-40 there. Doopity-doo. Ace and a jack for Sir Watts. It is suited. Runif with 7-3 suited will fold the big blind. Queen for Huang. They'll go for the open off 20 blinds. Let's see a min raise. They could do some sort of like 2.5x. They actually just go for the rip all in. Didn't look like anybody had any playable hands. Had they open for the minimum? Had they open for 2.5x. In this instance, they're probably getting the same result. 3-3 for Runif. On the button, we'll just find the fold. Huang with King Jack in the big blind. We'll see if anybody opens on up into it. Jack 5 suited for Runif is the most playable hand here. Sir Watts in the small with 7-5 off. I guess might have a little bit more playability. Does fold to Sir Watts. That big stack will go for the limp. And Huang again playing off 20 blinds. 21 with the 1 included. We'll go for the raise and Sir Watts quickly folds. 3-3 for Wizzo Wizzo. Playing off, what about 25? Maybe a little bit more. They're just going to find the fold. Jack 6 for Huang. They're going to go for the limp ski. Raffle Shove with 3 deuce. We'll check it on back. Doopity-doo. Queen 9-8 flop goes check. Check. 6 of diamonds on the turn. This is a fun card. Pair for Huang. Raffle Shove with a little flush draw. He's going to call Jack on the river. That's 2 pairs versus 3 high. Putting a bluff, Raffle Shove. I doubt it. But Raffle Shove. Do it. Live up to your name. He's going to bet 180k and Huang's going to quickly pay this one off and see the good news. Gotta quickly go let the dog in. I'll be right back. Uh-oh, Raffle Shove rips in the ace-9. Probris with the king-king. We see an ace on the flop. That's good news for Raffle Shove. He's surviving. Just under 10 big blinds for him. Sorry about that. Probris with a couple of ducks. We'll open it on up. Sir Watts with a couple of 9s. We'll play call. 6-6 for Isildur in the big blind. Ace-Jack 7 flop goes check, check. Check. Queen on the turn. No set, no bet for nobody. 7 on the river. 9s hold on up. Probris bluff, 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 bluff. Oh, he's going to put in a 325k bet. The 9s hit the muck. And Isildur will let 6s hit the muck. Nicely done by Probris. Taking that under pair, turning it into a bluff ski, and getting the job done. That was fun to see. Ace and a deuce for Probris. We'll raise from early position. King Jack for Wizzo. Wizzo will call the big blind. 9-6-3 flop goes check. Bet. Small bet at that. And the bet will get through. King King for Huang this time. Romeo Pro with a couple of 5s. After we see the open, I think we can let this one go. Hopefully. Throw it away. Nicely done. We see a 5 in the big blind, which is also going to be folded. Do 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 do. Jack 9 for Huang. It was suited. They could have went for the open, but they went for the fold. 8-7 for Wizzo. Wizzo, is that going to play on the button? No, but Isildur with 6-5 offsuit's going to go for the raise from the cutoff. 10-9 waiting in the big blind. Let's go to the flop. 9-7-2 goes check. Bet. What do we do? 180k into 330. Probris quickly calls. Jack on the turn. Isildur with a straight draw to the 8. No 8 for him. 7 of diamonds on the river. Would that 8 be a dirty out? How many cards is that? Jack 10, 9, 8, 7 is a straight for Probris. That would have been a funny river. Ace Jack for Isildur. We'll raise it on up. Runif with the king queen. Let's see a 3-bet. They go for the call. Jack 9 suited for Watts in the big blind. We'll also come along to the ace queen 2 flop. 1 spade for Watts. Runif with middle pair. Backdoor straight draw. Isildur with that top pair and a fair kicker. They're going to go for a little bet ski, and the bet will get through. 5-8 for Isildur. We'll raise it on up. Queen 9 for Wizzo. Wizzo. Going to find the fold, of course. Took a second to get there, though. Huang with 7 deuce in the big blind. It was suited, but Isildur will get this through pre. Jack 10 for Runif. Probris with an ace and a queen. Doopity-doo. Couple playable hands. The Jack 10 hits the muck. Interesting. Runif hoping for some ladders here. Raffle Shove hanging out with a little bit more than 5 blinds. Romeo Pro with a little bit more than that. Runif hanging out. What do we got? 1.8 mil. 700 or 70,000 is the blinds. 1.4 mil would be 20 big blinds. Holy shit, what a horrific collection of sentences by the commentator. Queen Jack for Huang. We'll raise it on up. Raffle Shove with an ace and a deuce. We'll stick it all in. Right? Did we just fold and hope Romeo Pro calls? I got no idea. Doopity doo 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 doo. Ace and a deuce. Stick it all in. Stick it all in. Stick it all in. Queen Jack for Huang. Really hoping for a fold. They are going to get a call here. Ace Jack 7 flop. No more help for Huang. Raffle Shove gets a double up. Doopity doo. Ace and a 2 for Huang. Just going to find the fold. Jack 8 for Romeo Pro. We'll rip it all in. Isildur will call with the Queen 9. There's a 9 on the flop, but a straight on the turn for Romeo Pro. We'll get the job done. That's a couple of double ups for the shorty. That's bad news for the table. It's fine for us, though. 6-6 for Huang. Ace 7 for Raffle Shove will just fold. Wizzo Wizzo with the 4 and a 3 in the big blind. We'll let this hit the muck. Ace 4 for Probris will raise it on up under the gun. 6-9 for Runif in the big blind. Probably gonna find the fold. King Queen for Hwang. We'll see what they do. They do like a jam. They go for the min raise. Romeo Pro with Ace Jack might stick this one in. He says no, I'm gonna fold. 5-6 for Probris in the big blind. Has so many chips, we could go to the flop here. 6-6-3 flop goes check. Hwang's hating life with this king high. They're gonna go for a little betski. 3 of a kind for Probris. Might go for a check raise. The board is super dry, so we could go for the check call. He goes for a super small check raise, making it about 150k to call. And Hwang can let the king queen go. 10-9 for Isildur. We'll see if they open it on up, and they do. Ace deuce suited for Probris. Go for the 3-bet. Come on. Stick in some chips. Do it now. There's the raise. 560k to go. And Isildur will quickly let go of 10-9. 6-4 suited for Isildur. We'll raise this one on up. Ace and a queen for Wizzo Wizzo. We'll jam it all in. And get it on through pre-flop. Ace King for Runif. We'll see if they go for the open. Do they jam? What do we do? 3x. We got so many options here with Ace King suited. They're gonna go for the min raise. 5-5 for Hwang. We'll let this go. Raffle Shove in the big blind with Queen 3 suited. Might come along to the flop. Ace 8-4 flop goes check, bet, fold, and we'll be swiftly moving along. Queen Jack for Wizzo Wizzo. Oh, they're just gonna let it hit the muck. King 6 for Probris. It is suited. They will go for the open. Ace 4 for Romeo Pro in the big blind. Let's go to the flop maybe. Doesn't flop super well. Ace 4 offsuit. Romeo Pro says, do I just preserve my chips here? Do I jam? What a weird spot for Romeo Pro. Probris is going to be opening so wide. He says, Michael Jackson, what? He's going to find the fold. Shout out to Padsy. I don't get the reference, but it's still funny. Ace and a queen for Runif. Ace and a queen for Romeo Pro. Doopity doo 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 doo. Romeo Pro will eventually stick this one all in, and Runif will quickly call. We'll see if there's any diamonds out there. Romeo Pro makes it 420k, leaving himself with 384. Effectively jamming all in. I mean, this looks a little bit more scary than the all in. Runif will play call 7-6-5 flop. What the fuck is going on here? All in from Romeo Pro, and I think we still call with Ace Queen, although we've seen plenty of better flops. There's only one diamond out there for him. Surely we don't fold. 400k into 1 million chips. What an interesting pot. We do see the call. Any diamonds? Nope. The board will make it straight and we'll chop the pot. 9-9 for Probris. They'll raise it on up. Ace 10 for Hwang will hit the muck. What is the flop you would fold? It's a great question. 8-7-6 was it? 8-6-4 was it? Doopity doo. Ace Queen with... No, there was a 5 out there. The 5 of diamonds. Doopity doo. I don't know why I'm trying to remember the board. 10-10 for Hwang. We'll jam it all in. Probris will lay down the Ace 8. Do do do. 6-5 suited for Romeo Pro, playing off the short stack. I don't know why I thought he was going to go for the open. There's no shot. 6-7 for Runif. King Jack for Probris. Blind on blind. Runif will just fold. Ace Jack for Runif. No fold in this time. On the button, they'll go for the limp. Interesting stuff. Probus will call the queen 9. 10-8 will check it on back. 4-3-2 flop goes check, check. Let's bet Runif with that ace of clubs. Pretty strong card. He says no, Brendan. Let's check it on back. 8 of hearts on the turn. Sir Watts makes top pair, leads on out. And surely... Oh, I thought Runif was going to come along to the river, but he says no, no. I'm going to fold the ace jack on the turn. Sir Watts has the toppest of pairs. Takes it on down. Ace 9 for Runif. We'll just find the fold. King jack for Sir Watts. We'll rip it all in. And 6-2 will hit the muck. King queen suited for Wizzo Wizzo. Couple of 10s for Hwang again. Wizzo Wizzo will go for the open. Hwang can rip it all in, and they quickly do. And Wizzo Wizzo will reluctantly fold. Right? Yeah, he's sure thinking about it, but he will fold. 7-7 for Isildur. We'll raise it on up. Hwang with a couple 6s from the button, I think, is going to find the fold as well. Uh-oh. He's going to play call. Okay, queen, queen, 10 flop. Goes check. Now Hwang's in a pickle here. Feels like we should bet to protect our hand, but to be fair, the board's queen, queen, 10, 2 spades. 7s are going to hit the muck. Nice little bet ski from Hwang. I thought we might check back the flop. The flop is super fucked for 6s. Hwang will get 7s to fold, so that's good news for him. Ace king for Runif. We'll raise it on up. See a pretty shitty flop. Take a little c-bet ski. And the bet will get through. Queen 10 offsuit for Watts. Oh my lord, Probus with 6-3 suited. We'll go for the open. Steal the spot from him. 4-4 for Romeo Pro. We'll let this one go. Ace queen for Isildur. From the small blind. Let's play call. They go for the 3-bet here. 555k to go. Doopity-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Wizzo Wizzo going in the tank with 8-5 offsuit, but they are going to find the fold. And Probus will clearly let go of their bullshit. 9-7 suited for Probus. We'll raise it on up. Ace jack for Raffleshove. I'd love to see him jam this one in. Hopefully take this down. Probably won't get it through preflop. So he says if I don't have fold equity, I'm just going to fold myself. Queen 2 for Runif will hit the muck. Probus gets one through preflop. 7-7 for Watts. King queen for Hwang. 9-8 suited for Isildur. A few playable hands. 9-8 might hit the muck, seeing a raise under the gun plus a call. Ace king queen flop. That's 2 pairs for Hwang. Not much doing for Watts. Looking solely for a 7. Runner jack 10. Ace on the turn. Not that interesting. Watts has 7 still. Hwang has 2 pairs. Aces and kings with the queen kicker. He's going to go for a little bet ski, and the bet will get through. Do 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 do. 8-8 for Romeo Pro. We'll see if he sticks this one in for about 10 blinds. Looks like he's going to get this one through preflop. Jack 6 suited waiting in the big blind for Sir Watts. We'll find the fold eventually. Right? Yes, we will. Jack 10 for Romeo Pro. Gonna find the fold. Don't know why. I think he's playing a bunch of bullshit. He just takes a little before he makes his action. Ace 5 for Wizzo Wizzo. Again, I don't know why I thought he was going to open it on up. He's not. 8-7 for Probus will, though. King 10 for Watts. We'll call the small. Queen 7 for Hwang in the big blind. Just going to find the fold. Jack 4-3 flop goes check. Let's bet Probus. Backdoor straight draws. Come on. 8 high. Let's go for a little bet ski and get king high to fold. Good shit. King queen for Runif. Do-betty-do-do-do-do-do. They're going to open it on up. Ace 4 for Raffleshove in the big blind. We could Raffleshove. Although, to be fair, Runif is a little tighter. Just from what we've seen on the final table so far. 9-8-5 flop goes check. Runif could bet. What do we do? Stack the pot ratio is 1-1. Runif does jam, and he's going to get ace high to fold. Nicely done. What a weird little hand there. Runif shows us what to do with the king and the queen. 5-7 offsuit for Probris. Ace queen suited for Watts. One of these hands doesn't belong here. 7-2 for Romeo Pro. We'll let it go. Ace queen jack flop goes check bet fold. Does Watts ever check back top two? Not this time anyhow. Bet gets through, of course. 8-8 for Runif. We'll see if they go for the open. Ace for raffle shove. The 8s hit the muck. Good timing. Aces won't get any action here. Isildur with jack 5. He says maybe I'm priced in. Does find the call. Gonna need some help. A 3? Nope, no 3 for him. Wasn't that a boat? A 3 would not have helped anyhow. Raffle shove with the freaking boat. That's a boat. 3-3 for Probris. Ace king for Isildur. 3 bet from Isildur. 10-5 hits the muck for Wizzo Wizzo. Haven't heard too much from them. They've had some real bullshit holdings to start off the final table. 3-3 goes for the call. 6-5-4 flop goes check. I don't know. Weird spot here for Probris with the 3s. Thought maybe we might want to protect our equity at some point. 4 on the turn. Feels like a fine spot to bet. Probris bets about half pot. Ace king in a weird spot. Isildur will find the nice little fold here. Even though we still had 2 overcards that he could have hit. Doopity doo, he was behind. Raffle shove it all in. With an ace jack. Runif in the big blind with ace 4 will let this one go. 9-9 for Watts. Wizzo Wizzo with a couple of queens. Looks like they're going to rip it all in, and they do. 9-9 for Watts. Hopefully hits the muck, but they find the call. Any 9s dealer. No 9, so Wizzo Wizzo will get a full double. Sir Watts still hanging out about 40 blinds, a little bit more. Wizzo Wizzo chillin'. Right around 30, a little bit more than that. Ace deuce suited for Runif. Playing off about 20, we'll go for the open. Nope, that's a limp, Brendan. Open your eyes. 10-10 for Probris. We'll go for the raise, sorry. Ace deuce for Runif. We'll find the fold. Thank God that hand's over. I was having a hard time calling it. 9-9 for Probris. We'll open it on up. And it looks like he's going to get it through pre-flop. 4-8 in the big blind for Huang. We'll let it go. Raffle shove with another ace jack. This time in the big blind. Wizzo Wizzo going to open up the king jack. Raffle shove, raffle shove. You see, that's a proper sentence. I said his name and then I told him what to do. He's going to go for the raffle call. 8-3-2 flop goes check, bet. I don't know. Check, check, actually. 3 on the turn. Pairing the board. Maybe Brendan should wait to see the action before he tries to call it. 7 on the river. Goes check, check. And raffle shove scoops a small one. Look at that. He's up to 1.1 million chips. Does suck the blinds have gone up a little bit, so they're at 80k. So not quite hitting the 20 big blind mark. But he does get above the 10 big blind mark, and that's pretty important, as Romeo Pro's hanging out at what? Like 5 blinds? Has an ace and a 3. Don't jam. He plays call. He flops a pair of 3s. Ace jack for Probris. Rip it all in, Romeo. Rip it all in. He sticks it all in. Good shit. Quick call from Probris. No jack. Just like that, Romeo gets the double. Probris still sitting at 100 blinds. He's sitting just fine. Queen 10 suited for Watts. We'll raise it on up. Isildur will call 6-5 suited. Jack 6-3 flop goes check, bet, call. 2 of spades on the turn. That's good news for Watts. He's got this board locked up. 730k will slide his way. Doopity doo. What's going on here? Ace 3 for Romeo Pro. I wonder if he opens it. We could just let this go on the button. It doesn't flop very well. We are in position, so let's raise it up. Romeo thinks about it for a minute and finds the right answer. 6-5 for Wizzo. Wizzo will call the big blind. Queen 7-6 flop goes check. Check? Do we bet? Like, I don't know what the fuck to do here with this random ass ace high that missed the board, sorry. 9 on the turn goes lead? Why would he lead? Just super small, eh? Just protect his equity. Let's go for that little lead ski. Romeo Pro hopefully lets us hit the muck. And they do. Queen and a jack for Huang. Ace 10 for Romeo Pro. Couple playable hands. Both could hit the muck. I doubt Romeo Pro lets this one go though. Come on, open it up. There we go. Doopity doo. This should get through for him. That it does. King 10 suited for Wizzo Wizzo. Looks like that's the only playable hand. They'll open up the button and get it through pre-flop. What if Probris defends 7-3 offsuit? They did open up 5-7 offsuit, but 7-3 is a defend. That's remarkably worse than opening 5-7 offsuit from the cutoff. Jack for Runif. Sir Watts with a 5 and a 2 will flop bottom pair of 5s, the backdoor flush draw. Boopity doo. Jacks for Runif. The over pair will go for a little betski on a wet board. Ace on the turn. Jacks are still good, but they are not loving life. 8-6-5 flop goes check. Small bet call. Ace on the turn goes check, 6 on the river. Doopity doo. Sir Watts will check, and Runif might just check this one and look to scoop the 770k in the middle. Ace Queen for Romeo Pro. Raffle shove with a king and a 9. They think about it, but find the fold. Jack 2 for Huang in the big blind. It is suited. We'll see if they come along to the flop. Facing a huge ass raise, and there's no way. Nope, not gonna happen today. Doopity doo. What do we got going on here? King and an 8 for Watts on the button. Is that good enough for an open? Do we jam for the 20 blinds? No, Probris says 5-7 offsuit. How could I forget? They'll raise it on up and take it down pre-flop. 4-4 for Wizzo Wizzo. Runif with Queen 9 suited. Probris with 10-5 suited. Who's gonna open? 5s hit the muck. Queen 9 suited hits the muck. Ah, Probris, right. Probris will open to answer that question. Queen Jack suited for Huang will call from the button. Ace Queen in the big blind for Romeo Pro. Could rip this all in. No traps, please. No kidding, eh? Jam it all in, jam it all in, jam it all in. There's no way you call after saying no traps, please, right? Makes it 640k to go just in case it goes jam, jam. Phew. Yeah, Romeo Pro gets one through. Hanging on out about 2 million chips, and he did surpass the 20 big blind mark. Has a jack and a 3 of offsuit. And a 3 of offsuit, he says. Man, what a horrific game it's been for me so far. Sir Watts with a couple of 9s, gonna play call. Queen 10 for Probris will raise from early position. Ace 10 for Raffle shove hits the muck. 8-8 for Isildur calls from the small. King Jack 4 flop goes check. Bet. Fold, fold. And we're moving along. Doopity doo. Jack 7 for Wizzo Wizzo. In the small blind, let's limp it on in. 3-5 for Runif. Let's raise it on up. Oh, he goes for the check. King 6-6 flop goes check, check. 10 on the turn. Doopity doo. Putting a bet, Wizzo Wizzo. There we go. Goes for the min bet, and the min bet will get through. 6-8 suited for Watts. Raise it on up. I don't think so. Nah, just gonna find the fold. Deuces for Huang will hit the muck. Ah, just kidding. Queen 9 suited for Wizzo Wizzo. This is a strong ass raise under the gun. +1. Wizzo Wizzo will let the suited Queen 9 go. Raffle shove. Could rip in the 10-10. Go for their favorite play. Raffle shove it all in. Do betty do do. A7 suited for Romeo Pro. Couple of kings for Probris. Romeo Pro goes for a little bit more in a min raise. Queen Jack offsuit for Wizzo Wizzo. Excuse me. Could go for a 3-bet for whatever reason. He says, no, Brendan. Tight is right. Probris will show you the way. King will 3-bet. And Romeo Pro's hating life. You gotta open up the A7. The decision comes here. What do you do when you're facing the 3-bet? It's the big stack. We could 4-bet all in. Uh-oh. Romeo Pro's in trouble. He's thinking about it. I don't think we're calling. Nice fold by Romeo Pro. He certainly was thinking about a 4-bet all in. And that would have been the game for him pretty well. Providing there wasn't an ace coming, of course. Or spades or a couple of 7s. You know, the outs, but he was in trouble. King versus A7 suited. Queen 2 flop goes check. Nope, Probris with that big stack. Backdoor straight draw. We're going to put in a min bet. Raffle shove with the backdoor flush draw. No backdoor straight draw. 9 high. We'll let this one go. King suited for Probris. We'll raise it on up. Ace Jack for Romeo Pro. To be fair, I think this commentary should be pretty easy from here on out. Probris with that big stack will open up any 2. King suited. Beautiful holding. Facing the 3-bet all in from Romeo Pro. We hate our life. And we're going to find the fold. Wizzo with a couple of aces. Jack 6 offsuit for Probris. Like, I'm wondering about this. Like, does that open if Wizzo doesn't open? Isildur with 3-8 suited calls the big blind. King Jack flop goes check bet fold. Swiftly. Okay, now I just gotta solely watch Probris' holdings as Hwang takes the ace queen and rips it all in. Ace and an 8 for Wizzo in the big blind. Just gonna find the fold. 4-6 for Probris. Lets it go under the gun. Ace King for Watts. We'll raise it on up. Jack for Isildur. We'll play call from the button. Jack 5-2 flop goes check. Do we check top set? And that we do. We're gonna make a bout. No help for Watts. Just has a couple of overcards. Is ahead of spades. He's going to find the call. Jack on the river. That's 4 of a kind versus ace high. 1 million chips will slide Isildur's way. And he might get an extra penny or 2 on top. 640k maybe. I'm a big fish and I call here. Sir Watts, what do we do? Find the fold, bucko. Let this one go. Nicely done. Hwang with a couple of kings. Jack for Wizzo. Hopefully they just call the big raise from early position. It's a min raise, so not a big raise. Brendan, get your frickin' terms right. Ace 10. Oh no! For Probris. We'll hit the muck as Wizzo does go for the 3-bet. Hwang will rip it all in. Wizzo says, I wish I played call. Any jacks, dealer? Nope. Just a full double for Hwang. Wizzo down to about 20 blinds. And that's bad news for him. 6-5 for Probris. Do we limp? Oh, he goes for the quick math. 3.5x. Sir Watts will call 9-3. I sure hope that's 3.5x. King 4-3 flop. Open-ended straight draw for Probris. Watts with the bottom pair. Backdoor flush draw. Puts in the raise here. And I think Probris calls, right? I think we go to the turn. Does he 3-bet the flop? He says, no. Just go look. Call the raise. Go look to realize some equity, buck. Oh. Deuce on the turn. That's a straight. 10 of spades on the river. If Probris doesn't bet, this will go check. Probris jams all in. And Sir Watts says, alright, I guess it's your pot, dude. That was a fun one. I mean, Progress made his hand on the turn, so it's easy game, but still a fun one. The 9-3 goes for the raise. It was a big raise pre-flop too. Doopity doo 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 doo. 6-8 suited for Isildur. We'll raise it on up. Ace Jack for Progress calls from the button. King 8 suited for Hwang. We'll call the big blind. 10-4 2 flop goes check, check. Bet for small. 280k into 750. And the bet will get through. Ace 6 suited for Isildur. We'll just let this one go. 6-7 suited for Progress. We'll raise and take it down pre. Ace King suited for Progress. We'll raise and take it down pre. King 8 for Romeo Pro in the big blind. Let's see if he goes along to the flop or not. Let's go to the flop. Says no. Ace and an 8 for Romeo Pro in the small blind. Progress with Queen 7 offsuit. 10-9 for Raffle Shove. Won't get the chance to jam this one all in. I don't think he would take the spot if folded to anyways. I could just be wrong though. Sitting in there with 5.5 blinds. Feels like we could find a little bit better of a spot. Maybe if it folds to us, we gotta rip it all in. We'll never know. Proberus with an ace and a 6. Hwang with a couple of 10s. Ace 6 will raise it on up. Hwang. I think we call with 10s. Don't want to bloat this pot up. He says, actually, Brendan, let's frickin' 3-bet. Make it 3x, a little bit less. And Progress will fold the ace high. King 9 for Hwang. We'll let this one go. Queen Jack for Isildur. We'll raise the button. All in, dealer. 15 blinds. Let's see if we get this one through. Ace 8 for Wizzo. We'll just find the fold. Ace Jack suited for Raffle Shove. We'll throw it all in. Do we ever make it 3 blinds just in case there's a whole bunch of calls or something? Nope. Jacks for Progress. Ace high board though. No more jacks. Raffle Shove gets the full double. And Progress has been a bully. Has played a great final table. Has ran like shit. Both his kings and jacks are getting cracked. Doopity doo. He's still got over 10 million chips. Over 100 blinds. He's doing just fine. 4-4 for Runef. Jams and gets it on through. 10-6 suited for Proberus. We'll raise. And maybe face a defend from King 3. Maybe. 5-8 suited looks like fun, but you're not closing the action. So you just fold. King 3 would be a cool 3-bet. I'm way too afraid to pull it off, but never know what Hwang's getting up to. Interesting spot for Hwang, chilling at about 30 blinds. We got Raffle Shove at about 10, Wizzo at about 15, Runef 16, Romeo Pro 16 as well, Watts at about 20. So Hwang's in second place. Isildur with 28 blinds with quite a few committed to this pot. 10-10-7 flop goes check bet call. 8 on the turn. 2.4 mil in the middle. King on the river. Pretty dirty poker stars. Isildur was trying to say, no, Brendan, I'm in second place. Oh, he's going to jam it all in. Oh, no. Does Proberus call here? Are we going to lose Isildur? What the hell is this play? Somebody let me know. Isildur's in trouble. This looks real strong, though, if we're being honest. Does King Jack hit the muck? 3-bet pre, call. Check on the flop, or was there a Betsky? No, check call on the flop from Isildur. 8 on the turn goes check. King on the river. Isildur leads out jams, and Proberus calls with top pair. He just says, what the hell was this all about? Good stuff, says Romeo Pro. Yeah, everybody's super happy about that. Isildur was pretty well in second place and blasted off. Oh no! Yeah, great stuff, says Romeo Pro. Ace 4 for Romeo Pro. I'm a little stunned. Queen 7-6 flop. Proberus almost folded the top pair on the river. So it's a very interesting bluff. If he got the bluff through, I would be saying, wow, look what a beautiful play. because I'm results orientated. Probus with king high. Romeo Pro with that top pair of aces. We'll go for a little value. None to be had though. Wow, so we lose his altar just like that. Ace king for raffle shove. He could be in trouble here. Probus with a pocket pair of fours. We'll call. Any ace or king dealer. No, we're going to lose raffle shove. Damn, so just like that, Isildur's gone. Raffle shove's gone. What do we got going on? We got Wizzo hanging out in the new shorty. Runif again, just barely ahead of him. Sir Watts and Romeo Pro pretty well tied. Probus sitting there with 150 blinds. Huang at 30 is in second place. What an interesting final table. Ace 4-2 flop goes check. Check? Nah, king 7 for Romeo Pro will take a stab and Runif will fold the same hand. Ace 8 for Huang will raise into Probus' big blind. This is scary stuff. 10-8 suited for Probus will call. Queen 6-5 flop goes check. Bet. 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 Flop goes check, check. 4 on the turn. Both players with a straight draw to the 7. Probus says I'm going to lead on out 300k into 525. Huang will call. 3 on the river. Ace high is still good, but I think Probus is going to fire a bluff, and I think Huang's going to be forced to fold. There's the bluff. 850k, and Huang will find the fold, of course. Ace and a 10 for Wizzo. We'll raise it on up. All in dealer. And get it on through. King 5 suited for Wizzo, playing off 15, we'll have to fold. 7-6 for Probus, we'll raise it on up and get a call from the king 3 in the big blind. Ace queen 3 flop goes check, bet. Small bet, super small, less than 150k into about 600. Huang will call with that bottom pair, backdoor straight draw, jack on the turn. Goes check, bet. No, Probus gives right on up. Looking for a 7 or 6. We get the 9 of hearts on the river. This goes check, check. And Huang takes a little pot. King, king for Wizzo. They'll play the min raise. 6-6 for Runif. We'll probably hit the muck. Right. Let it go, Runif. A6 suited for Romeo Pro in the big blind. 9-8 suited for Huang. Finds the call. The min, or the short stack goes for the min open. This is strong as all hell. 9-8 comes along, flops top pair of 9s. This is bad news for Huang. He's going to lead on out for a third pot. Romeo Pro with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Doopity-doo. We'll find the fold. Would be interesting to see a call here by Wizzo. Although, to be fair, 9s are going to hate a lot of turns and rivers. Any card above a 9, any spade, any 4, 5. These sort of cards, they all suck. I mean, the 4 and the 5 probably aren't that shitty. Doopity-doo. Just because a couple of wheel draws get there. Sorry, but nonetheless, Huang will double up Wizzo. Nice to see them with some chips, but it's a damn shame Huang had to give some away. Ace 9 for Wizzo. Ace queen for Probus. 10-10-2 flop goes check. Check? Check, check, check. Check. He goes for the super small bet, 120k into about 600. Wizzo thinking about a call here. He says no, I'm just gonna fold. Jack 3 suited for Probus. Playing off that 150 big blind stack, we'll raise it on up and take it down pre-flop. King Jack for Runif. We'll see if they jam from the small. I think they're going to jam from the small. They jam. And they get it on through. Ace 8 suited for Romeo Pro. Let's raise it on up, that dude. And the raise will get through. Ace Jack for Probus. Let's go for the open. Oh, he goes for the all-in, playing 15 big blinds deep. That makes a lot of sense. And the jam gets through, of course. Queen Jack for Wizzo, playing off 28 bigs. We might find the fold. We do find the fold. 9-6 for Proberus will raise it on up. 6-10 for Watts. We'll find the fold eventually. Jack 8 for Romeo Pro. We'll see if they defend the big blind. Not today. Ace and a king for Runef off 12 bigs. We could rip. They go all in. Ripping it all in. 7 deuce will fold. King queen for Proberus. We'll raise it on up. 6-6 for Romeo Pro. Might find the fold here. Jam is the other option. I don't think call make much sense. But Romeo Pro is a much better player. They go for the 3-bet non-all-in. And this will get the fold. Doopity-doo. I suppose the 3-bet non-all-in is, again, just in case there's a couple callers, you can fold your 6s still. It's a nice little play by Romeo Pro instead of jamming. They still get the same result. Ace 8 suited for Wizzo Wizzo. We'll rip it all in. This is bad news. Watts has an ace and a queen in the big blind. Wizzo Wizzo is... Oh, he smacks an 8 and another 8. Watts is gonzo Alonzo. Oh, that's pretty rude, Wizzo Wizzo. Alrighty. Watts is gone in 6. Nothing they did wrong. Strong final table from them. We're going to see the king 6. We're going to both make it straight on the river. Doopity-doo. King 6 for Proberus rips it all in. Huang calls it off with the ace 9 from the small blind. And we chop it on up. 8-6 suited for Romeo Pro. This looks like a play some which way. Let's limp. See what Wizzo Wizzo does against our limp. Now that we've taken so long, feels like we got a raise. Romeo Pro says, actually, we're just going to fold. Ace and a queen will rip it all in. Huang will quickly call with kings. Any aces, dealer? Another queen? Nope. Just like that, Huang gets a double up. Sounds like we've lost the sound. Brendan will quickly take a peek. What's going on here, Poker Stars? Where's my sound? Why is this shit muted? Brendan's AirPods. Quickly. What's going on here? King and a queen put in a weird spot facing the 3-bet. Gonna find the fold. Maybe we just lost sound. There's just nothing, eh? Yeah, it sounds like the sound's gone. Aces for Runef. No action for him. Ace king for Proberus. King and a queen for Runef. Ace and a jack for Wizzo Wizzo. Do we ever jam ace jack? 37 blinds? No, we do not. We play call from the small. Don't even think we would 3-bet jam. That wouldn't make much sense. Does ace king ever 3-bet jam? Playing like 35 blinds deep there? I might prefer a smaller 3-bet. 10-2-2 flop goes check, check, bet, fold, fold. And we're moving along. King and a 5 for Romeo Pro. Was thinking about it, but we'll find the fold eventually. Ace 7 for Runef. Can rip it all in. And they get it on through. Couple of 7s for Huang waiting in the big blind. We'll see what Proberus does with the 9 and the 6 of the offsuits. They're going to go for the big raise pre. Right around 3x, 3.2x or something like this. Huang calls with the 7s. Queen 5-2 flop goes bet. Call, call, call. Call. Jack on the turn. Goes check. Check. Oh, we like this from Proberus. Bet about half pot, put Huang 7s in a pickle, and they're going to find the fold. Nicely done by Proberus. Man, I wish we had sound still. I'm just going to take one more peek. What's up with the sound? Brendan's AirPods are connected. We got sound over there. We got sound over here. There's just not a damn thing I can do. There's just no sound connecting. King 5 for Proberus. Queen and a jack for Romeo Pro will hit the muck. Doopity-doo. Queen 5 for Proberus. We'll let this one go. 5-10 offsuit for Wizzo Wizzo. Looking at a 3 and a 2 in the big blind. It's as if Wizzo Wizzo didn't know. Ace ace for Runef. Limp it on in. They go for the non-all-in raise to 300k. And that will get through for him. Ace king for Romeo Pro. Rip it all in. Okay, 600k to go, and we get the sound back. Let's quickly turn it down because it's going to be super loud. Yes, the sound is back. 9 and a 3 for Progress. We'll make sure the sound isn't blasting. It looks like it's pretty quiet. Hopefully y'all can hear that too. It's a beautiful sound to hear those chips flying around. A7 for Wang. We'll rip it all in. 10-4 for Progress. We'll let this one go. Do. Jack 9 suited for Romeo Pro. Will. I don't know. Do we jam? Do we fold? Do we do the 600k bet? He goes for the 600k bet. Ace Jack for Wizzo Wizzo will rip it all in. And Romeo Pro hates life. He's going to find the call here. He's going to need a 9, some straight. Oh, the 9 on the turn. That will do. Bingo. Wizzo Wizzo running like shit with the ace and the jack. Romeo Pro hanging out at about 30 blinds now. That's how you win tournaments. Yep. That's funny shit. 8-7 suited for Wizzo Wizzo. He says, I'm going to try my luck. Nope, he finds the fold. King Queen suited for Progress. We'll do something from the small blind. They go for the big raise pre-flop. Huang with a 10 and a 4. Nope, that's not a 4. That's a 9. 7-6-2 flop. Holy crap. How did I think that was a 4? Flop goes check, check. 5 on the turn. Whoa. He almost said 10. 2 on the river goes check, check. Progress takes down the pot with king high. He gets another king queen of the same suit. 10 deuce waiting in the big blind facing the all in will have an easy fold. Queen, queen for Romeo Pro. Limp it on in. Trap Wizzo Wizzo. Trap him. He goes for the limp. Nicely done. Wizzo Wizzo with that 9 and the 2 of the same suit. Don't raise. Just check. Queen 9-5 flop goes check. Nice. Check. Nice. Jack on the turn. I don't know how many more chips Wizzo Wizzo's losing. Romeo Pro tried his darndest. He's going to go for a 200k bet on the turn here. Fold. 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 Fold, 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 fold. Nice fold by Wizzo Wizzo. What a fucking wizard. 9-3 for Progress. Of course, we'll raise and take it down pre. So he's certainly adapted to the 100% opening range. 9-3 offsuit. I suppose you maybe would say that after he opened 7-2 offsuit. But you know what? 9-3 is a clear enough indicator for me. Queen 9-7 flop goes check, check, 10 on the turn. Romeo Pro makes a couple up. Nope, one pair. Pair 10s with an ace kicker. Pro Burris with a straight draw to the 8 or king. Has that pair of 7s, is going to find the fold on the turn. Wizzo Wizzo with a king and a 10. Let's rip it all in for 10 blinds. Huang in the big blind with a 7 of hearts. Doesn't want to be the one calling it off here. Doesn't want to double up Wizzo Wizzo. Had Huang called and been wrong, it would have been down to about 200-300k. Queen 5 for Progress. We'll get a call from ace 4 in the big blind. King Queen 4 flop goes check, check, 10 on the turn. Romeo Pro looking for an ace, a 4, or a jack. Excuse me, 7 of clubs on the river. Goes check, bet, fold. That's a small bet, 220k into about 700. If I'm Romeo, I'm going to look this up. I'm such a fish. Romeo lets this one go. A6 for Runif. They're going to find the fold, playing the short stack. Queen 6 for Progress. We'll raise and take it down pre-flop. 5-4 hits the muck for Progress, but 9-3 isn't open. Maybe it's because Runif is so damn short As we see Romeo Pro ripping the King Jack. King Queen for Wizzo Wizzo. Find the call. Get a double up, man. You deserve it. Find the call. Oh, he lets it go. Bad news, bad timing. Ace 5 suited for Romeo Pro. We'll raise and take it down pre-flop. They go for the limp. Change of plans. Wizzo Wizzo with an ace and a 6 can rip it all in. He finds the fold. To be fair, do we want to rip in ace 6? Runif is sitting there with 700k. Wizzo Wizzo on 1.2 million chips. We're just going to let Probris be a bully here. Raise it on up to 666,666. Romeo Pro is being a funny guy. Tries to limp in the ace 5 facing the big raise. We'll have to find the fold. 7-5 for Probris. Can jam from the small and get it on through. Ace Queen for Wizzo Wizzo. We'll jam and get it on through. Ace and a Queen for Probris. We'll raise. Wizzo Wizzo with Ace Deuce in the big blind. Might just fold. Fold. Good shit. Ace and a 9 for Wizzo Wizzo. We'll rip it all in. 7 deuce for Runif. We'll quickly fold. Ace 6 suited for Wizzo Wizzo. They're going to jam it all in. Runif will call with the ace and the queen. We see a 6 folded in the big blind. And he 6's dealer. Nope. Runif gets the double. 1.2 million chips for Runif. Wizzo Wizzo with about a mil. Huang with 1.1. Probris is all in with 10 and a 2. Because Huang can't call. Doopity doo. 8 jack suited for Wizzo Wizzo. They are going to be in the big blind the next hand, so they rip this one all in. And they're going to get it through. King jack suited for Probris will jam. 5s for Huang will hit the muck. 8-8 for Romeo. All 5s do not hit the muck. 8-8 for Romeo Pro hits the muck. Huang calls it off with 5s here, eh? He's in trouble. He's flipping away for his life. Any king or jack will do. We see Huang get a full double. So whatever the hell I was talking about, don't worry about it. Huang is doing just fine with about 20 blinds. Ace and a king waiting in the big. Ace 7 for Wizzo Wizzo does find the fold. Nicely done. Runif will jam. Probris will tell us if he's priced in or not. He says he's not. Ace and a 10 for Huang. We'll raise it on up. Probris calls jack 6. King 6 flop goes check. Bet for 120k into 600. Probris quickly calls with the pair of 6s. Backdoor flush draw. 10 on the turn, giving Huang a pair. 2 on the river. Goes lead for small. 200k into about 800. And Huang will quickly call with a pair of 10s. 10-10 for Runif. Should get the chance to raise it on up here. Huang with a couple of 3s. We'll see if they go look to knock out Runif. All in from Runif. Huang quickly folds the 3s. Do. Ace and a 5 for Romeo Pro. Excuse me. Jack 9 for Huang. We'll limp it on in. Raise Romeo Pro. He says no, I'm going to check it on back. 10-9-3 flop goes check. Check. Romeo Pro with the backdoor flush draw. Backdoor straight draw. Over card. Says let's go to the turn. 7 of clubs. Interesting card. Romeo Pro picks up the flush draw. Huang's 9s are still good for the time being. Goes for 180k bet into 315. Ace of diamonds on the river. Giving Romeo Pro toppest of pairs. Huang sitting there with that pair of 9s, which is no longer good. We'll check it on over. Romeo Pro will go for a little bet ski. I suppose when diamond's complete, we could always just check it back and look to win the pot. He's going to go for a big bet ski. Full pot. And Huang will reluctantly let this one go, I think. Go in the time bank. Don't think long and think wrong. Think long and think right. There we go. They do find the fold. Ace 10 for Huang. We'll raise it on up. Ace and a 6 for Romeo Pro in the small blind. We'll do something, I think. They go for the all-in jam. Huang finds the fold with Ace 10. Nice play by Romeo Pro. 4-4 for Romeo Pro. We'll rip it all in. Queen Jack suited for Wizzo. Wizzo will call. Any queens or jacks? A king would do. An ace would also do. Just like that, Romeo Pro calls out the slightly early GG, but it is still true. We are going to lose Wizzo Wizzo in 5th. Doopity doo. Ace and a queen for Huang. We'll jam it all in and get it on through. King Jack for Runif. We'll rip it all in and get it on through. Ace 8 for Romeo Pro lets it hit the muck. Again, Runif has been seemingly tight, but to be fair, they haven't had too many holdings. So their table image is tight, but I think they're playing mighty fine. Oh wow. Huang and Romeo Pro are colluding. First and third, they called it the day before, as we planned. Don't trap me. 6-2 says queen 3 flop goes check, check, check. Romeo Pro says no, Brendan. We're gonna put in a little bet. Probris says yes. 3 of a kind, facing a bet. Goes for the raise. Seems like Probris will get second. Very likely. Romeo Pro finding the call here. 8 on the turn. Bad news for Romeo Pro. Unlikely it'll be Runif. Well, that's kind of rude, but it's fair to say. Queen Jack going for a big betski, and Romeo Pro will fold the ace high. 3 and a 6 for Probus. We'll raise it on up. Ace 9 for Huang. We'll jam it all in and get it on through. Jack and a 2 for Probus. We'll raise. Ace 3 for Runif. Let's call. Let's go to the flop. Queen 7-2 goes check, check. 2 on the turn. That's 3 of a kind for Probus. Nothing doing for Romeo. No, that's Runif. Nothing doing for Romeo Pro either, though. 3 of a kind. We'll go for a little betski, and the bet will get through. 7-8 suited for Huang. We'll raise it on up. And no action for him. King Queen for Romeo Pro. We'll raise it on up. And Huang in the big blind with an 8 and a 10 could come along to the flop. They do come along. 10-9, 7 flop. Goes check. Bet. Flush draw and the straight draw. 2 overcards. Romeo Pro says check actually. King of diamonds on the turn. That's top pair for Rome. Huang with a straight draw to the jack or 6. Has that pair of 10s. Will lead on out. Get the deuce of spades on the river. Rome improves to a flush. Huang checks. Romeo bets and Huang quickly folds. 1 million chips slide Romeo Pro's way. Holy shit. It's gonna happen. What size does he go? Like 2/3? He goes over bet. 1.2 million chips into 1.1. Doopity doo. Not likely to get called, but when you are going to get called, you're going to get paid off handsomely. Was that ace 6 suited for Runif, jamming and getting it on through. 4s for Probris, jamming and getting it on through. 7-6 suited for Runif, don't jam, don't do it. Goes to the jam. Quick call from King 2. King 4 flop. That's no good. Runif does pick up a straight out to the 3 or 8. They do not hit it. Just like that. Unfortunately, it's your turn, Huang. Everything good's gotta end. That's so true. Jack 6-4 flop goes check, bet. I don't know. Fold. Backdoor straight draw. Huang had a couple overcards. I don't mind getting third, he says. But you have to take first. Well, I don't think that's super likely. Jack 3, flopping a pair of 3s. Romeo Pro. Gonna fold the Jack 10. 3 in a row. King 5 for Probus. We'll jam it all in and get it on through. Oh, they're going for a little Betsky here. That doesn't seem like a fair bet. No, it doesn't seem like a fair bet, really. 50k to 20k. Look at the stick, or the chip disadvantage. Romeo Pro is going to get a few back here. With the top pair. Probus with the pair of 9s. Sorry, sometimes I get lost reading the chat. Once they start talking, I'm like, oh, what are they saying? I wonder what interesting shit they have to say. Probus, do you want to chop? Yeah, Probus is not interested in the slightest. Does not give into this chat bullshit. Romeo Pro goes for some value, but there's none to be had. 6-5 suited for Huang will fold the button. Not yet, but you never know what happens. Oh, Probus does give him an answer. The respect. King 9 will jam it all in, and King Jack has to fold. That's a shame for Rome. Boopity boo. Imagine he calls there and he's up to 8 million chips. Probus would be down to about 14. Rome could have been in the game. I mean, he's still got 4 mil. He's just got quite the ways to go. Probus chilling at about 19. Huang at about 2. Queen 7 for Rome will open it on up. Jack 5 for Huang will let it on go. Tough decision. No kidding. Queen 7 suited. Oh. Doopity-doo, chatting it up, having some fun. Doopity-doo, that's idiocy, not balla. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And we're back to the cards. Doopity-doo-do-do-do-do. I mean, it's just kind of cool to read what they have to say. I don't even... This is fucking like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. They're talking about some tournament. It's like, it does not fucking matter in the slightest. Here I am just lost in the words. Would rather sleep in a tent in a park. So true. Jack 8 for Romeo Pro. Gonna find the fold. King 3 for Probus. We'll rip it all in. Huang will let go of 6-3. Do. Ace 5 suited for Probus. We'll rip it all in and get it through Bree. Probably gonna see that a little bit more. King Deuce will get a walk. Ace 5 suited for Romeo Pro. Ace 2 for Probus. King Queen for Huang. There's no way this goes 3-way all in. Probus might jam. He finds the fold actually facing the open from Rome. Huang will rip it all in. Ace 5 will call flop top pair. Any king or queen will do. Huang does not smack it. Ends up in 3rd place. Rome's up to 5 million chips. Probus with about 19 mil. Queen 4 versus Ace 4. Ace 6. Ace 8-6 flop goes check, check. 3 on the turn. Goes bet, fold, and we're moving along. 8 and a 10 for Romeo Pro. We'll limp it on in. Probus checks back the 3 and the 2. King 8-7 flop goes check, bet, fold. No, it doesn't. It goes check, check. 5 on the turn. Do-bitty-do-do-do-do-do. Turn goes check, check. 10 on the river. Look at this little bluffski by Probus with a 3 high. Nice play by Romeo Pro. Check back the flop with our pair of 8s. Check back the turn with our pair of 8s. Make 2 pair on the river, face a lead, and go for a raise. Beautiful little play by Romeo Pro. Fighting to get back in the game, almost at 6 million chips. 6-3 for Probus, Jack 3 for Rome. Jack 10-4 flop goes check, bet, fold. Do-bitty-do. King 5 or 6-6. Probus raises up the 6s. King 5 calls. 9-5-3 flop goes check. Bet. Raise? Rome just calls. 7 on the turn. I don't know why I thought he was going to raise the flop. Real bizarre suggestion, commentator. Jack on the river goes. There's a little bet ski by Rome. 6s will quickly call and see the good news. 1.6 million chips slide Probus's way. Then we get a queen 8 versus ace 9. King 7-6 flop goes check. Decisions. Check, check, 10 on the turn. Probus with a straight draw to the 9. A jack does not get the job done. Rome looking for an 8. For a straight. Doopity-doo. The ace high was good until the 9 on the river. Probus will make a little straight ski. Blocks the flushes. Goes for an overbet here. And Rome calls and sees the bad news. Bad time to call down with ace 9. Boopity-boo. Probus with the straight. Doopity-doo. Jack 10 versus Jack 3. 6-4-4 flop goes lead. This is a limp raise pot. Limp raise call. 6-4-4 flop goes bet raise. Jack 3 of clubs with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. And Rome says, what the hell is this all about, bucko? He is going to find the fold. Nice little steal by Probus. King 9 for Rome. A7 for Probus. Jamming it all in. And getting it on through. Right? Surely we fold the King 9. King Jack suited for Probus. We'll raise it on up. Jack 5 for Rome. Doopity-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We'll come along to the King 8 flop. Goes check, bet, fold. Right? Nice fold by the Jack 5. Good timing by Romeo Pro. 8-4 suited for Rome. They're going to raise. Nope, that's a limp Brendan. 8-4. Queen 4. Leads on out on the Jack 9-8. Jack 9-8 flop. Probus leads with that straight draw to the 10 and over card. Get the 3 of diamonds on the turn. Turn goes check. Rome with a decision. In position. 600k in the middle. They check it on back. 7 on the river. Bluff, bluff, bluff. Want to see Probus sticking a big bluff ski. They do go for a little bit under a pot size bet here. Really want to see Romeo call it down. Pick up a few chip skis. Let's get him back in the game. Goal! Goal! Oh, it'd be a very difficult call. And he finds the fold using the majority of his time bank. Think long and think wrong. 8-8 for Probus. 10-7 for Rome. 5-4-2 flop goes check, bet. Weird spot for Romeo Pro. Very small bet. Has the backdoor straight draws. A couple overcards. We'll find the fold on the flop. 9-8 suited. We'll rip it all in and get it on through. Queen and a 6. We'll rip it on in. Queen and an 8 for Romeo Pro. He's going to find the fold. Wasn't expecting a call, but it would have been super cool to see. Queen 6 for Romeo Pro. We'll limp it on in. Probus with 3-5. Checks it back. Queen Jack 7 flop goes check, bet, fold. Doopity doo 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 doo. Ace and a 6 for Probus. We'll raise it on up. Rome might jam the ace 3 offsuit. They do. Quick call from the ace 6. Any 3 dealer? Are we going to chop this bad boy up? We do. Do 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 do. King 9 for Rome. 6-6 for Probus. Romeo limps it on in. 6s jams. King 9 quickly calls. Look at the draw. Any queen, club. What else has he got? A king or 9? How about an 8? I think an 8 would have also worked. Never easy, huh? Yeah, Romeo's right back in the game with 4 million chips. Do 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 do. Oh, Probus's favorite hand just lost there. It's a damn shame. Queen 4, flop and top pair, goes for a Betsky in position, and the bet gets through. Jack 9 for Probus will raise, 6-5 calls. Queen 6-3 flop goes check. Bet. Call. 5 on the turn. That's 2 pair for Rome. Nothing doing for Probus. 1.1 mil in the middle. Oh, and Probus is betting 875. Just donating Romeo a few chips here. They don't mind. They'll jam it all in and get it on through. King and a 9 for Probus, getting a walk. King Jack versus Ace 8. Raise from Probus. Call from the Ace 8. 7-3-2 flop. Pardon me. Goes check, bet, call. 4 on the turn. Rome with a straight draw to the 5. Ace high was good until the king on the river. 1 million chips will slide Probus' way. I wonder if he can get another penny out of Rome here. He goes for an 800k bet. I doubt it now. I wonder if a small bet could have got paid. 10-9 for Rome. We'll limp it on in. Flop 3 in a row. Probus with a pair of 3s. In the backdoor flush draw. Flop goes check, check, jack on the turn, pairing the board. Rome looking for a 10 or a 9. Or he's just going to fold on the turn, actually. Folding on the turn. Blinds go up. 9 queen. We'll raise it on up. 6-3. Defend the big. Let's go to war. He says, no, I'm just going to fold. Queen 7 for Probus. We'll take it down pre with a walk. Ace 8 versus 9-9. Raise it on up. Goes to 1 million chips. Probus in a pickle with the Ace 8 offsuit. He's going to jam it all in. He's going to need to hit an ace. Oh, that's a set in the boat. Romeo Pro. That's a boat. He's right back in the game with 9.3 million chips. Whoa, can you imagine if Romeo Pro makes the big comeback? Probus had him down to the ropes like 20 mil to 4 or something like this. Whoa, wee wah. Was it even bigger? Did Rome have less chips than that? I don't remember. 9 and a 2 for Romeo Pro. Gonna flop the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Gonna go for a little Betsky. Probus with the straight draw to the 5 and the backdoor club draw. 2 overcards. Ain't folding on the flop. Even going for a check raise. Putting Rome in a pickle here. They're gonna have to fold their bullshit hand. King 2 will limp it on in. Ace Jack will raise it on up. King and a 2 will quickly fold. Jack 2 versus 5-2. Jack 2 will go for the limp. 5-2 will raise it on up. And Jack 2 will let go of itself. Do we ever 3-bet the Jack Deuce? Just some random bullshit hand every once in a while. Maybe. Ace 9 for Probus. 8-4 for Romeo Pro. King 8-6 flop goes check, check. 4 on the turn. 2 pairs for Rome. We'll lead on out and take it on down. Another Ace 8 for Probus. King 5 for Rome. Limp pot. Jack 9-3 flop goes check, check. 4 on the turn. Goes check, check. 5 on the river. That's a pair of 5s for Rome. No need to bluff. Might get called by Ace High. He's going to go for a little Betsky, and the Ace High will find the fold. Queen 4 will limp it on in. Romeo Pro. Ace and a 6 will check it on back. 8-8-3 flop goes check, check. 5 on the turn. Do-ba-do-do-do-do-do. Rome leads out and takes it down with the Ace High. King 4 versus 4 Jack. Limp pot. 10-4-4 flop. Super interesting shit. It's one hell of a cooler. Any 10 will chop the pot. A 5 will also do. Probus, other than that, needs a Jack. A 4? There's no more 4s, Brendan. How could there be another 4? Can you imagine a 5th 4 shows up? Does the Ace chop the pot? No, it does not. Don't know why that was so difficult for me to read. Hearts did complete on the turn. 3-2 makes a straight on the river. This is just going to go bet call. So it felt like a lot more chips could go in the middle there. But Probus manages to find a way to not let that one bloat past 4 million chips. Nicely done. Big cooler situation and you lost the minimum. King and a jack for Probus. 4-3 suited for Rome. Facing the raise, we could 3-bet, and he finds the 3-bet here, putting king jack in a pickle. Oh, let's go to the flop. Let's play a big pot here. In position, king jack calls. 10-8-7 flop, all hearts. Nobody with a heart. Probus with a straight draw to the 9. 2 overcards. We like his situation a lot better being in position. That 2.6 mil looks juicy. He's going to go for a little betski. About 1 million chips. And the 4 high has an easy fold. King queen for Romeo Pro. We'll raise it on up. 9-6 suited for Probus. We'll 3-bet. This is what we came to see. King queen for Romeo Pro. Can't fold. Let's go to the flop dealer. 10-7-4. 2 spades for Probus. The straight draw to the 8. The 9 and 6 are live. He's going to go for a small bet. 850k into 2.6 mil. Rome will call. Ace of spades on the turn. Rome with a spade draw. Probus with the spades. 4.3 million chips plus some more coming his way. 1.4 to go. Rome is not folding. Do we ever bluff? He does just find the call. 6 of diamonds on the river. Board doesn't pair. Rome could bluff. I think Probus is going to jam though. Do we ever go super small? Like 1.9 just to try to get him to bluff the remaining 4? Romeo Pro is going to have to lay down the king high. So Probus back up to 19 mil. Has a pair of 5s. Bottom pair of 2s for Rome. 7 on the turn goes lead. Interesting. The pair of 5s will call with the straight draw to the 8. Go for another bet, Rome. He says, no, we're just going to check this one down and lose the pot. 9-7 suited for Rome. We'll raise it on up. Queen 8 for Probus. Ace Jack 3 flop. 2 diamonds for Rome. Just not much doing over there for Probus. They have a pretty easy check fold. Oh, king. 8 deuce for Rome as an easy fold. Ace 5 for Rome. Limping it in. 3-9 for Probus. Checking it back. King queen 4 flop goes check. I don't know. Check, small bet, and the bet will get through. 5-5 for Probus. 10-7 for Rome. Raise from Probus. Call from the 10-7. Jack 8-2 flop. Goes check, 5 on the turn. Rome with a straight draw to the 9. Is thinking about a lead here. That's a set of 5s for Probus. He's licking his chops. As he sees 500k juiced into the pot here. Call. Does stick in the raise, and that's going to buy the pot on the turn. Surely Rome finds the fold just with a straight draw to the 9. That they do. Jack 3 for Rome. We'll limp it on in. Ace 6 checks it on back. King queen 7 flop goes check. Bet. Nope. Rome checks it on back. 8 of hearts on the turn. Both player with a heart draw. Probus with the ace of heart. His is obviously much better. 6 of clubs on the river. Goes check, bet, call. Right. There's the bet. Quick call. Nicely done by Probus. Picking off a little bluffski. 4-7 for Probus. We'll raise it on up. Jack 9 for Rome. We'll jam it all in and get it on through. King 6 for Rome. We'll limp it on in. 7-8 checks it on back. Ace 10-7 flop goes check. 9 on the turn. Check. 9 on the river. Bet. Fold. Don't call with the king high with the straight blocker. We don't got a club. And he's going to make the call with the king high with the straight blocker without a club. Rome just blasting off a big blind there. Ace and a 3 for Rome. 8-4 for Probus. 10-6-5 flop goes check. Bet. Rome's in a pickle without a heart. Ace high could be good as it is right now. Rome does find the call 7 on the turn. That's a straight for Probus. Also, as the heart draw has this board completely locked up. Rome cannot win. Will not win. Finds the fold on the turn. King 8 for Rome. Jack 2 for Probus. Ace 6-4 flop goes check. Check. 10 on the turn. Goes check. Check. 2 on the river. That's a pair of 2s for Probus. Goes check, check. And the deuces are good. 7-6 for Probus. Queen 5 for Rome. 9-4-3 flop goes check, bet, call. No. Check, bet, fold. I don't know, Rome. Check, bet, raise. Probus with a straight draw to the 5 will find the call. Queen 5 is still best on the 3 turn. Well, I don't know how Rome's going to win this pot, but he could sure use that 2.4 mil in the middle. Does the turn ever go check, check? Nah, Probus puts in a 600k bet and the 7 high will scoop the pot. Interesting check raise on the flop. Unfortunate it didn't work out for Rome. Queen 6 versus King 2. King 10-3 flop goes check, bet, fold, and we're moving along. 4-3, we'll limp it on in. 7-8 suited for Rome. Raise it on up. Jams! The jam will get through. 5-7 for Rome. We'll limp it on in. 7 deuce for Probus. Checks it on back. Ace 9-5 flop goes check. Check. 4 on the turn. Goes bet. Oh, Probus does not bet with the straight draw to the 3. Might prefer to have hearts or spades. Some sort of 8-7, which makes a straight on the river. 5-7, nice call down on the river with the pair of 5s with the straight blocker. 8-7 for Rome. Probus in the big with 10-2. I'll check it on back. 9-9-6 flop goes check, bet, fold, and we're moving along. Doopity-doo. 7-10 getting a walk. Queen 10 getting a walk. Rome might limp 3-8 offsuit. Nope. 8-3 gonna walk it on out for King 8. 10-5 for Rome. Jack 3 for Probus. Limp pot. Probus says no it's not. 660k to go to the flop. And the bet will get through. Ace 8 versus 7-7. This could get in pre-flop. Rome will jam. Quick call from the Ace 8. Any Ace 8 or 10. You see a runner 4-4. Rome survives. He's chilling on out without 8 million chips. Has a 2 and a 6. We'll go for the raise. Ace King waiting in the big blind. Doopity doo. Ace King will 3-bet. And Rome will eventually fold. Jack 10 for Probus. We'll raise it on up. 5 and a 10 for Rome in the big blind. Let's go to the flop dealer. He says let's raise it on up. 3-bet ski. 1.2 million chips to go. And Probus says let's go to the flop. Ace 9-6 goes bet. No, check. Bet. Somebody put some chips in the middle. I want to see action. Jack 10 with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Feels like a bet if I've ever seen one. 800k to go into 2.4 million chips. Rome with a pair of 9s with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. We'll play call. Queen on the turn. Probus with a double gutter. Nope, open-ended. A king or an 8. Riddle me that one. He's ended and then he's got like a gut shot. Or is he open and gut shotted? Interesting happening. 8 on the river. That's a straight for Probus. Rome with a pair of 9s with the flush blocker. Does block 5-7, but that's not as relevant as Jack 10. All in from the Jack 10 straight. And hopefully Romeo Pro can find the fold. Nicely done. Hanging in there with 4 million chips, 20 blinds. Jack 10 for Rome will raise it on up. I suppose he's going back to the limp strategy, so never mind. Ace Jack 3 flop goes check. Bet, fold, and we're moving along. King 4 getting a walk. 7-7 for Rome. We'll raise it on up 2.5x and get it on through. 6-3 will raise a little bit under 2.5x and get it on through for Probris. 8-10 for Rome. Let's raise it on up. He's going for the limps, Brendan. Did you forget already? Yes, I did. 5-3 will raise it on up to the standard 660, 6,666. 8-10 will call. Pop a straight draw to the 9, the backdoor spade draw. Probris looking for a 4, a 5, a 3. Has the backdoor spades, but those don't work obviously. King of spades on the turn. Fire away, Probris. We just want to see action. 800k to go to about 2.3. This would be one hell of a call by Romeo Pro. 10 high is good. 4 million chips in the middle. Probris is going to have to bluff here. He's got 5 high. He's going to jam it all in, and Romeo Pro is going to fold the 10 high. What a play by Probris. Ace 5 rips it all in. Ace 6 calls. Doopity doo. Any 6s? No, 5 on the flop. Just like that, we're going to lose Romeo Pro. The game's over. Probris smacks the 5 on the flop. That's how the game ends. Dang. So 5-3 gets a huge bluff through. Paired board. Flush completes. Miss straight draws. Romeo Pro with a miss straight draw folds on the river. 4 million chips slide Probris way. Then he just wins a nice all in. Dang, nothing you can do about that, Rome. What a fun heads up battle. Started this bad boy off at about 4 million chips to the 20 million chips. Kind of ended that way as well. Wow, what a fun final table. Well, if you made it all the way through, hey, thanks for checking this shit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another one. Until then, adios amigos.